In this example network, security services have been implemented. Let's take a look. First of all, there's an intrusion detection system, or IDS, here. The role of the IDS is to scan packets against security signatures looking for network attacks. This is made possible by the Core 1 switch and SPAN, the switched port analyzer. SPAN allows for port mirroring so that traffic coming in on this interface here is duplicated and sent out of this interface here, allowing for the IDS to run a scan against it. Let's see if we can get this working. I'll send a ping echo request from the Edge 1 router to the syslog server. Notice how the ping or message is duplicated and sent to the IDS as well. The next service we'll take a look at is syslog. We have a syslog server that's been implemented over here. The role of the syslog server is to collect log messages from devices on the network. The logs could come from other servers, or they could come from switches or routers, or even end devices can be configured to send log messages to a syslog server. These logs are collected and can be used later for analysis. If we click on the syslog server, you can see under Services syslog, it has received log messages from various devices. Notice 192.168.30.1, 30.5, and 30.3 have all sent syslog messages. Each log message has a timestamp, which is important to track the exact time and day that the log occurred. Another service that's been implemented is AAA. AAA stands for Authentication, Authorization, and Accounting. This AAA server is a radius server that's been configured to handle all user account authentication on the network. The Edge 1 router has been configured to send all login attempts to the radius server for authentication. Let's give it a try. I'll open the AAA server and go to AAA, and you can see there's one account, admin1, with the password Cisco12345. The Edge 1 router has been added to this radius server. You can see the IP address here and the key. Let's add another account. I'll put my name and a password of Cisco, and I'll add that as a user account to the radius server. And now if I click on PC10, I'll try to SSH into the Edge 1 router. SSH-L for login, my username Dan, and the IP address. And you can see I'm asked for my password. And I'm in. So AAA services and the radius server are working. Another useful service that's been implemented in this network is NetFlow. NetFlow is a Cisco service that can be enabled and configured on routers and switches. In this network, the Edge 1 router has NetFlow configured on this interface here for ingress traffic, traffic entering the interface, and egress traffic, traffic leaving the interface. Information in the packet headers, such as IP address, TCP, UDP port numbers, type of service field, and protocol information is sent to NetFlow collector over here. If we open the NetFlow collector and scroll down to NetFlow, you can see that the NetFlow collector is accumulating the different types of traffic and their sources on the network. If we click on this wedge, you can see the source IP address, the destination IP address, and the destination port number is port 22. This was traffic from the SSH into the router. Information like this can be useful to find out who are the biggest talkers on the network and where are the possible sources of congestion. The last service that's been implemented in this network is SNMP, or Simple Network Management Protocol. We have a Simple Network Management Protocol network management station here. The network management station can read information about devices on the network that have been configured as SNMP agents. Not only can the network management station read information about these devices in order to manage them and monitor them, but it can also be configured to write information to these devices as well. The Edge 1 router has been configured to use SNMP, and the network management station can read and write information to this Edge 1 router. Let's give it a try. I'll open up the network management station and click on the MIB browser. I'll need to configure it to talk to the Edge 1 router. So I'll put in the IP address of the Edge 1 router, and I'll click on Advanced, and I'll need to put in the read community string and the write community string because the router has been configured to read information from it and also to write information to it. So I'll put in secret-RO and secret-RW, and version 3 is the version of SNMP, and I'll click OK. Now I can go into the management information-based tree. I'll go to router standard MIBs, and I'll drill down under management, and I'm looking for the system information, and let's see here, system name, and we'll see if we can pull the system name from the router. I'll choose get. Notice there's get bulk, and set. We're not setting information, we're getting information. I'll click go, and you can see the value here, Edge 1. If I wanted to change the name of the router, I could change this to set. I'll put in the name Edge 2 and change the data type from bits to an octet string, and I'll click OK and go, and now the value's been set to Edge 2. I'll change it back to get and click go, and you can see that the value is now Edge 2. Let's take a look at the router and test the name. I'll put in my username, admin1, and the password, and you can see that the name of the router has been changed to Edge 2.